A move we've been waiting to happen basically since the start of the season. Bryan Harsin out as the coach at Auburn. Gorney, like I said, we saw it coming. Finally, they've hired an AD, and within minutes, he's out. What do you think?
Yeah, this is absolutely no surprise in the coaching circles. I mean, it seemed like they were trying to get rid of him after year one with literally an attempted coup against him. And then it looked like, after Georgia and then the bye week and Ole Miss and everything that was going on, this is not a surprise. But as I'm writing for today, I mean, there's blame here on both sides. You can't bring in someone who's had tremendous success in their career. Bryan Harsin was great at Boise State. Probably, would be a great spot for him if he can end up back there somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. But and not give him time to build the program that he wants to build. Auburn had a lot of issues that needed to be rectified. Year one, there was a collapse at the end of year one where they lost a bunch of games, but they almost beat Alabama. They lost to Houston in the bowl game. And I wrote this, instead of rallying the troops behind Harsin, they turned the troops on him and said, get out. And so that's where the other side of this is too. Like the school, has for years has had alumni that think they run the place and obviously do. Harsin's gone. And so there is definitely blame to have on both sides here. Since Nick Saban took the job at Alabama, Auburn has been through 4 coaches. And so now they're going to be on to their 5th. Good luck to them. But whoever takes that job has to know that if they do one thing wrong for the people upstairs, they're going to be on the hit list.
Yeah, it was kind of. I was never a big fan of the hire in the first place. I think Harsin is a good coach. It was an insane fit, and I do radio a lot of times here in Atlanta, and people are asking me, why aren't these guys recruiting in the state of Alabama? What's going on? It's like, well, you can't bring a staff, from Boise State and expect to come into the South and be able to recruit. It's just never going to happen. But the other issue, like you said, I mean, every year Gus Mel's on. He's on the hot seat. Then they give him a giant thing, and he's on the hot seat again. And it's like, I get it that okay, that it ran its course, but it's just like every year it's toxic. So they need the alignment factor. A new AD getting to hire his guy, is one thing. Of course, the other AD was ousted, and some people didn't like the way that went down either. So, do you think now they can achieve that alignment that everybody, the keyword, the buzzword that everybody likes to have? Do you think they can do it now starting from scratch?
Yeah, that's the thing. But coaches talk. And I don't want to say this, completely outright, but Bryan Harsin has a certain way about him. He's going to do things the way he wants to do them, whether it's right or wrong. It's going to be the way that he does it. But coaches talk and they see what happens here. Bryan Harsin didn't even get 2 seasons to turn this around. After year one, they tried to get rid of him. Why would he come back and try to make this the best thing possible? I mean, it's just really wasn't a great situation. So who do they get? Lane Kiffin is a name that's been thrown around. There are obviously a lot of rumors about that and where things stand. But does he want to step into a situation like this when he has Ole Miss, flying high, and if another big job opens, he could get it? They might throw insane amounts of money at him to do it, but then he's beholden to what the people upstairs want him to do. So we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they go. Before Harsin was hired, they tried to get Billy Napier. He turned down the job. They tried to get Brent Venables. He turned down the job. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. But if they're not going to give their coach time to turn around the program, it's going to be another, time for Auburn fans to just complain and bellyache about who's the coach and how everything could be right if it was somebody else. And so that has been like the sense at Auburn for years. Like, even like you said, and Gus Malzahn drove me crazy. He'd have 10 guys on one side of the field. They throw to the short side of the field. They'd get 2 yards and it'd be crazy. And, that was frustrating to watch. But, and Harsin, there's plenty of blame to go around for what Bryan Harsin did there and the lack of success that he had. But he also wasn't put in a position from day one to win. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. There is alignment though now. Like, the athletic director is in place. He'll be able to hire his own guy, but this is going to be a big time hire for him as well.
All right, let's go quick lightning round through a few candidates. Hugh Freeze, yes or no?
It'd be a great name. He definitely has some baggage. He's kind of reinvented himself at Liberty. He can score. He would be able to recruit the South.
All right. Deion Sanders.
That's a very interesting name because I think he would absolutely be able to recruit the South. He'd be able to bring players from Jackson State with him, and it would resonate really, really well.
Okay, we mentioned Lane already. How about this one off the wall? Our boy Alex Golish at Tennessee, the offensive coordinator there. Hot name would be a huge step up.
Huge step up. That might be a name that the Auburn bigwigs might feel like they can is pliable and they could do what they want with him. That would be a very interesting name. That would be a massive step up. But he and Josh Heupel have run incredible offense and doing incredible things at Tennessee. So if they want to take a shot and see what they can do, maybe strike while the iron's hot on a guy like Golish, it'd be an interesting name.
Now, guy down at the group of five ranks having a good season at UCF, Gus Malzahn. Would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be incredible. Yes.
Okay. All right. Be sure to for the list of candidates, auburnsports.com. I'm going to have you locked in inside info. Boy, the bunker is a great message board community, and it is going to be on fire from now until they hire that coach. So be sure to check that out. Stay locked into rivals.com as we cover these coaching changes.